Welcome to the Loyal Opposition Podcast. I'm Bernie Flowers, one of Uncle Sam's wayward children. I believe that our country's best days are still in front of us, but if those best days are to come, we need to change the direction of the country right now before it's too late. I intend to talk about important topics every week in hopes of helping to improve our country and our way of life. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let's get started. Our guest for episode 28 is Dr. Harry Jackson. Harry Jackson holds a doctorate in strategic security from Henley Putnam University, a master's of science in government and information systems, chief information officer and chief information security officer graduate certificates from National Defense University, a master's of arts in National Security and Strategic Studies from the Naval War College, a Master's of Arts in Strategic Intelligence Studies from American Military University, and a Bachelor's of Science in Engineering from the United States Naval Academy. Dr. Jackson is the first Black American to be named president of the Thomas Jefferson High School Parent-Teacher Association. He has extensive experience in education, program management, acquisition, and cybersecurity. Dr. Jackson has held leadership positions in several other educational advocacy organizations to include Parents Defending Education, the Coalition for Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology, and the Black Student Fund. Dr. Jackson is uniquely qualified to address racial achievement gaps with solutions that do not require additional income taxes, promote educational access opportunities, and leverage public-private partnerships. He has published columns in the Wall Street Journal, the Washington Post, and the Fairfax Times. He has appeared on CNN, Fox News, and numerous media outlets. And he hosts a regular online TV show, Education Matters, on the new USA Now TV web program. He lives in Fairfax County, Virginia, with his family. Dr. Jackson is also a good friend of mine. We met as civil servants together about 15 years ago. We have been friends ever since. So, Harry, how have you been, brother?
I'm in great. Thank you, Bernie. Thank you very much.
Outstanding. Man, you got a lot going on, and I want the audience to hear about all of it. So without any further ado, tell me what's going on with the Fairfax County, Virginia School Board.
Well, it's a great question. Thank you for asking. For some of you that might be familiar, Fairfax County School Board, it's been scandal prone, as well as our neighboring school board in Loudoun County that tried to hide a rape of a student by a transgender student due to revised policies. In Fairfax County, our school board has been scandal prone. They want to move away from Governor Glenn Youngkin's Virginia model policy that would protect girls in their sports, as well as in the locker rooms and bathrooms and intimate spaces. We've had a school board that doubled down and allows and facilitates the proliferation of child pornography and pedophilia within our school board. We've had our current school board also discriminates actively against Asian American students. We had a National Merit Scholar scandal. For those of you that may be familiar with that made national news, where three out of four children of Asian descent that were denied notification of being a National Merit Scholar and denied scholarship opportunities, and that's currently in court. They've also tried to implement changes to admissions to Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology, the nation's #1 high school, and move from merit-based admissions to race-based admissions. And now that is also being challenged before the Supreme Court. And it's just one scandal after another, and they're in court every week. And they've even tried to cover up child rape cases, which was in the case in my area, my district, in Hunter Mill area, where a student was raped back in 2013. She's now in her 20s. She's now coming forward as a witness, and they're trying to get her to stand down by requesting that she submit herself to another invasive exam a decade after her assault to relive that experience. And that was described as cruel, humane, and unnecessary by a lot of women's groups. So we've had a lot of scandal after scandal after scandal within our school board. And parents are tired of it. They're fed up, and they're looking for new leadership. I
You've
know that was
been
a lot.
busy.
Very busy.
Wow. Well, with that said, what is your vision for the Fairfax County School Board?
What is my vision? I think a school board should actually be focusing on providing supervision over the school, which sounds very simple, but our current school board members, all 12 Democrats, have been doing anything but that. They've been using it as a vehicle to enact social change, social justice, and social change. Um, most social programs fail. The ones that do succeed, I mean, we're very familiar with it, like the Civil Rights Act. But in our case, that we've had one scandal after another. For those, I stand with Israel, as well as the victims that were attacked by Hamas over the past weekend. We've had school members that refused to acknowledge a moment of silence for the victims. Not only that, they also refused to acknowledge a moment of silence for victims of 9/11, citing no justice, no peace. And trying to equivalent moral equivalency for those that have a right to defend themselves versus other issues. My vision for the school board is to return to academic excellence, and no longer these pet projects that detract from the core academic mission of a school board. The school board has no place to try to politically indoctrinate children, nor and also we need to have a focus on not only back to education, but excellence in education, and to expand opportunities to students and remove barriers that prevent their participation in several programs like after-school programs, after-school sports, after-school activities. We should be providing after-school transportation to these children. Serves as a barrier, but our school board has had that enacted for some time, as well as other educational redlining programs, such as not offering all the same programs available at each school. And certainly if the school has a program that's not available elsewhere, they don't provide transportation to the students who participate in that area. So those are things I'm looking at doing, as well as to address the human trafficking problem, which is ballooned which is also present in every high school in Fairfax County schools, as well as to address the fentanyl and the drug trafficking issues, which kills over 100 students in our county each year. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Well, tell us about your political race.
So in my political race, I am running as an independent. It's a nonpartisan race as a school board, as most school board races are. But however, it is the most impactful because it has a direct impact to our local populace. Over half of our real estate taxes are used to pay for our schools and our school system. Within my school board race, I am running against Melanie Marin, who, while as the incumbent, did promote and approved a lot of those horrific things, horrific and heinous things, such as trying to cover up a child rape, the racial discrimination against Asians, not only in high school, but also in the advanced academic programs for children starting as early as third grade. Right now, I've been putting out word. I've been sending out mailers. Today, I participated in the Herndon Homecoming Parade, where I had a billboard truck, and I was promoting my material. I had 4 commercials displaying and articulating what the issues were to most people, most individuals. And the biggest challenge is that they don't know who their school board members are. They don't know who's running, and they don't know what positions that they're running for, or what their platform is.
Well, that's a lot, man. I don't know how you're keeping up with all this stuff, but I am glad that you're doing it.
Oh, thank
Now,
you.
without any further ado, I'm going to step aside, talk to the people. Floor is yours. Whatever you want to talk about, that's what we're going to hear.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you so much. Well, the floor is yours to talk to the people. What I think, speaking from the heart, a school board race should be nonpartisan, and unfortunately, it has been made a partisan issue, unfortunately, by our local Democratic Party, which most people have never encountered or dealt with or interacted with these individuals. And unfortunately, when you're dealing with people on the political spectrum, you're dealing with people in the extremes on both parties. But in this case, we're dealing with the extreme on the left. Individuals who have had arguments with me and have asked me with a serious look, and this was from a Fairfax Democrat, had said, what harm comes to a child if they view pedophilia? And then the same individual asked me the question, why do I have a problem with a positive depiction of pedophilia? These are how extreme some of these individuals are, and this is why they must be stopped, because they should not be in charge of people. They come from a methodology and a mode of thought that thinks that pedophilia is nothing more than a feeling. Now, that's just one mindset that they have. They also have the mindset that they should enact equal outcomes at all costs. And this is where this comes into impact on people, to each individual's child. For example, I was at Oakton High School on this past Thursday. They have equity grading, and they allow students to take multiple takes of an assignment unless they get 100% on that exam. Now, different policies are in place at other schools, and I'll go be specific at Madison and Marshall, where you can take, as well as South Lakes, where you can take retakes to an exam to get up to an 85. And at my child's high school at Langley, it's at an 80. And what that ends up doing is it advantages students from one school to another, where they're able to get an A in a particular subject, where other students may not be eligible to do that. And the difference that has is, particularly because we compete out of Fairfax County, there's only a certain number of students from each school that a college will take. So now a student might not be able to go to, say, JMU, they may have to go to VCU. And that's one thing that this equal outcomes that I disagree with. It's a Marxist ideology. Other issues that I see that is going on for this ideology as critical race theory and critical queer theory. This is where we see a lot of explicit books and material that go within our school system. With the CRT, they're identifying people based on race, and they believe that they have positive discrimination of people based off of immutable characteristics. This is where we saw people of Asian descent being denied notification of a National Merit Scholar Program. If you are middle class and you are Black or Hispanic, they will discriminate against you about your notifications to being a national African American scholar, national Hispanic scholar, or a national Indigenous person scholar, because they want to level off the field across races and across individuals. And I think this must be stopped.
That's a lot, and I'm glad that you're on the case, brother.
Thank you.
Wow. Keep doing what you're doing. How about telling people how they can contact you if they need to?
Oh, great. Thank you. And for those who'd like to follow me, my website is friendsofharryjackson.com. That's friendsofharryjackson.com. I also am active on X, formerly known as Twitter, and my handle is Harry J for Justice. That's at Harry J for Justice.
Dr. Jackson, my dear friend, thank you for coming on our program, and I look forward to having you on again very soon.
Thank you very much.
Take care, brother.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care.
All right. Well, that's about it for now. This has been the Loyal Opposition Podcast, produced in association with Liberty Arise Media, Fallback Productions, and other podcasters. I ask that you like, share, and subscribe to this podcast and to these channels. Be sure to get your copy of my book, Black Values Matter, available on Amazon or as an ebook on Audible and Apple Books. And remember, it's okay to disagree, but if we want our country to prosper, we must insist on unity, transparency, and civility from ourselves and our fellow citizens. Thanks for listening to the Loyal Opposition Podcast. See you next week.